Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on my channel, my name is Chrissy. Hello, welcome. So in today's video, I am going to be answering your question on all things dating. I'm just going to be giving you some tips. I'm going to be giving you some advice. So this should be a really cool, fun video. I have a lot of questions. So if this video gets too long, I will separate it into two parts. But I will answer every single question. So if you don't see your question in this video, it will be in the next video, which will come not too long after this video is posted. But before we get started, I just want to say we now have over 11,000 babes in our family, and that is just like, that is mind-blowing to me. It's so crazy. I was so thankful for all of you guys who watch my videos, who have subscribed, and who support me. You guys are amazing. And if you are here for the first time, or you're a returning viewer and you're not subscribed, you are back. So go ahead and click the subscribe button. Also click the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I upload. Follow me on Instagram at Chrissybstyles so you stay in the loop. And let's jump right into it. Alright, you guys, let's jump right into this. I'm actually really excited for this. Okay, so the first question is, when do you let a guy see your leg? Does it stop you from wanting to date? This other question has nothing to do with dating, but can you do a tutorial on how you do that bob, because it's so beautiful? Thank you so much. Actually, I don't do my own hair. I'm really not like a hair person. I wish I was, but I don't do my own hair. I have a hairstylist. So if you live in LA, I can definitely give you her information, and she can do this little bob for you. Thank you so much. Okay, so when do I let a guy see my legs? So if I start talking to someone, or, I start dating someone, then I kind of just confront it, like, first things first, because if my leg makes you uncomfortable, then, this situation can't really go anywhere, you know what I mean? I actually haven't dated much since my accident. I've only really, seriously dated one guy since my accident. And that lasted almost 2 years. So, and right now I am on a dating break. So, he's really been the only one that I've been with since my leg has been like this. And when I began talking to him and we first started getting to know each other, he knew that I was in a car accident, but he didn't really know how severe my injuries were. So when we first started getting to know each other, started talking and stuff, I did tell him hey, okay, this is what happened. These were my injuries and this is what I'm left with as a result. And then when he saw my leg, he just was not freaked out at all. He was just like, you know what? It is what it is. It's actually really funny because one time we were talking to one of my best friends, and we were just talking a little bit about us, and he was just like, yeah, I don't even see her leg, I just see her. And so that's something that was really cool, and it spoke volumes to me, and it just kind of made me realize if someone's really into you for you, they don't see your flaws, or they don't really see the things that make you feel insecure. They're able to just see you and love you for who you are. And they're able to kind of help you navigate those insecurities and really help you through that. And it really did. It helped me a lot. I'm not in that relationship anymore. It just didn't work out in the end. But yeah, he was really, really good about my leg. But my leg does not keep me from wanting to date. I'm just not dating right now because I have other things that I need to focus on. I spent a lot of time in a relationship, and I wasn't focused on growing my channel or growing a business, things like that. So I'm really just spending 2019 working on myself and just growing as a person. But overall, no, I don't have, I really don't have issues in the dating arena. I just don't date right now. Okay. Next question. Do you feel like as a plus size woman, you're expected to have sex sooner? Waiting periods don't apply. I saw a post the other day that said that plus size women are expected to put out. I'd love to hear about your experience with this. Okay, that's a really good question. It's funny because I really don't know why plus size women are looked at as women that should like put out easily or have sex sooner when they get into a situation or a relationship. But I've definitely heard that before, and I have seen some of those posts, like blog posts and just comments where people are saying that. And I really think that comes from like the stereotype of plus size women. And I did a video about that. I'll link it below if you haven't watched it. But for some reason, some men have the attitude that if I decide to get with a plus size girl, she should be so grateful to be with me that she is just going to do whatever I want, whenever I want. And that is an attitude that is so like messed up. It's so just like idiotic. Like, are you insane? And it's almost like they feel like we can't, you know, do better for ourselves, or we can't do good for ourselves, you know, because of our size. And that's just not the truth at all. But, you know, I think it applies for every woman that if you are entering into a relationship, or you're entering, you know, start talking to somebody and you have a waiting period for yourself, then you need to hold true to that and you need to stick to that. It doesn't matter how fine he is. It doesn't matter what he does for a living. It doesn't matter how much money he makes. It doesn't matter how nice he is. You shouldn't be allowing anyone to pressure you into doing something that you just don't want to do. And to be very honest, if you begin dating someone or you begin talking to a guy and, you know, it goes from, hey, what's your favorite color? What do you like to eat? What do you like to do in your spare time? To sex, then that is a huge red flag, ladies, because that really just shows you what he has on his mind. Like, how did you go from asking me what my favorite color is to talking about what you want to do to me? Like, ew, like that's so gross to me. Like, that's like a predatory behavior. Like, we just started talking a day ago, or we just started talking hours ago, 2 days ago. It doesn't matter. This is way too soon to start talking about anything intimate or anything even relating to sex. So you could definitely see where a guy's mindset is if he jumps straight to that. I would definitely say, ladies, listen, to each your own. If you feel like, you know, that's something you want to jump right into, then by all means, do you, boo-boo. You know, I don't judge, but I will always give the advice just to take your time and really get to know somebody. You really just never know. You just never know with these dudes nowadays. Like, you have to really spend your time and get to know someone and get to learn their true intentions. Don't ever let a man make you feel like because you are plus size that you cannot do better than him or that you are undesirable, because that just is not true. There are so many men out there that genuinely love bigger, thick, plus size women, and it doesn't have to be a fetish. It is literally just men that, you know, just don't care, they don't mind, or that they genuinely see you for you and they think that you're beautiful and they want to get to know you and, you know, hopefully have a relationship with you. So I don't want you guys to feel like, you know, you have to give in or you have to just do what the guy wants you to do in order to keep him, because that's just not true, you know. And I know sometimes that I know sometimes, like, you know, as plus size women, we can be insecure about our size when it comes to dating, and then when we find someone that accepts it, we just, you know, we want to just hold on to them. Trust me, if he's for you, then he will wait. And if he is for you, then he will see past everything that you are insecure about, and he will see past your size, and he will love you for you. So my biggest piece of advice is don't settle. Wait for who is truly for you. And, you know, don't let these dudes think that they doing something. Like, I don't know who they think they are. Just think they are like God's gift to us. Sweetie, no, we are God's gift to them. So hold yourself in high regard. Stick to your morals, stick to your standards, and I think dating will be a whole lot easier for you. Hey, next question. I went on a second date with this guy, but it had been about 7 months, and I gained almost 20 pounds. And he made a bleep comment about it. Now he's asking me out again and apologize. How would you respond to him? Let me tell you something, okay? When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Even when they apologize. Sometimes an apology just needs to be what it is. An apology. You accept it and you move on. You don't always have to give them a second chance because he meant what he said and he said what he meant. Okay, when he saw you and he realized, or you told him that you had gained 20 pounds, and immediately he said something that was insensitive and probably very rude, and it hurt your feelings. He said it because he meant it, and you have to see that as a red flag because that's what he believes, and that's just who he is. So to come back and then to apologize, he probably sat there and it's like, dang, I miss her, or, you know, whatever. And he might really miss you, and he probably really does, but it really doesn't mean that you have to give him a second chance. So if this was me, in the back of my mind, I would be like, okay, like, you know, when I gained 20 pounds, this is what he had to say. But, you know, who knows if we get into a relationship and, you know, it's down the line, what if we have kids together and I put on 50 pounds? Then in the back of my mind, I'm going to be super insecure and I'm going to be thinking like, is he still attracted to me? Oh my gosh, is she cheating on me with someone that's smaller than me? Like, oh my gosh, and just freaking out in my head about putting on this baby weight. When really, you know, he should be accepting you for who you are. You know, as women, I say this all the time, as women, our bodies are going to change. We could be small today, big in 3 months. We could, you know, our weight fluctuates, things goes up and down. So when you are investing your time in a partner and you're in a relationship, it needs to be with someone that really just loves you for you. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind having someone that genuinely just wants me to be healthy. Like if they know I like to stay around a certain weight or a certain size and they see me like going off that path, you know, and just being unhealthy, there's nothing wrong with being like, hey babe, you know, I know that, you know, when you're, you know, this many pounds overweight, it makes you uncomfortable. So, you know, maybe let's try to eat healthier. Let's eat out less. Let's incorporate more vegetables into what we eat. Instead of, you know, going to the movies on a date, why don't we go to the gym together? Why don't we go walking here together? Like, let's do something active. You know what I mean? But to just criticize you about your weight, that's a huge red flag. And I think that shows a lot about just his character and who he is as a person. So, like I said, if he shows you who he is early on, you have to believe him. If you really want to know what I think you should do, I think you should exit stage left, tell him he gotta go, because you can find somebody else that is truly gonna take you as you are, is gonna love you for who you are. And you know, if you put on some weight, they'll help you get the weight off. They won't just criticize you, and they'll be super sweet about it. So in my opinion, he gotta go. Okay? No, he gotta go. All right, next question. I feel like I'm only seen as a quick lay. Like I was with a dude and it started out with the normal get to know you questions. Then it quickly turned into finding out your favorite sex position. I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've barely talked to you for 2 days. Give me a break. Have you ever had that happen to you? Also, how would you respond? These guys out here, who raised y'all? Okay? Like, what? Okay, so like I said in the other question, if you are talking to someone for 2 days, a really short amount of time, or it could be a week, and he just automatically starts bringing up, you know, intimacy and sex and things like that, then he got one thing on his mind, girl, and one thing only, okay? And you have to just be aware of that. If that's fine with you, then okay, do you. Keep talking to him and do what you gotta do. But he has one thing on his mind. And if that makes you uncomfortable, then, you know, okay, let me stop. there's two things you can do in this situation. Yes, I've been in this situation before, and there's two things that you can do in this situation, okay? One is you say, hey, you know, you're really cool. I really enjoy our conversation. I just feel like it's really too soon to be talking about these things. You know, it made me really uncomfortable, and, you know, we can just kind of rewind. That's something, you know, that maybe can be brought up down the road once we get to know each other, and maybe we can rewind and let's start over, okay? So if he responds and he says, oh, you know what, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry I was too forward, you know, and I apologize. And yes, I would love to start over again. And, you know, then, okay, maybe keep talking to him, maybe fill him out. But, you know, always have that stored back here. Always have that stored in the back of your head, because you just never know. Dating is tricky. Dating is tricky because these guys out here are crafty. They play games. And I'm not saying they all do, but some of them, a lot of them, they play games. So they might, you know, say that to you and then just be like, okay, let me wait it out until, you know, I can kind of get back in there. Some of them might, you know, genuinely be sorry and just, you know, genuinely want to start over again. But you still need to just be aware and, you know, just proceed with caution, okay? Now, the second response you might get is he might be upset. Well, you should be doing this anyway because you're lucky to be with me. And then it's like, once you turn a guy down, you're always fat again. Do you ever notice that? Like, he can be like, oh my god, you're so bomb. When he's like sliding your DMs and trying to get to know you, oh my gosh, like da 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 da. But then as soon as you shoot him down or you turn down his advances, whatever, oh, you're just fat, you fat bitch. Like, you guys are absolutely insane. Like, oh, now she fat because she don't want to deal with you, right? Okay, like, no, that is the craziest thing to me. So if that happens in your conversation, hello, that is caution, caution, caution. That is a red flag. Beware. I would say, you know, just tell him that made you really uncomfortable. See what his response is. If you're comfortable with his response, okay, proceed. If you're uncomfortable with his response, he gotta go. He's blocked, you know, do not disturb, and on to the next. Because someone that really wants to get to know you and is interested in your life and, you know, getting to know your likes and dislikes and then wants to enter a relationship with you, it's just not going to act like that. They're not going to do that, and they're not going to approach you in that way. And I think that when you stand up for yourself and you tell them, like, hey, like, that's not really what I'm about. That's not what I'm into. It shows that you have a lot of respect for yourself. And men that see that, you know, you have a high level of confidence, you're very secure with yourself, and that you have a lot of respect for yourself will typically respect you, or they'll fade to the back because they can't handle it. There are men that love women that are insecure because they'll do whatever he wants, and there are men that are intimidated by strong women, and there are men that love strong women. So I think that if you show that you have a lot of respect for yourself, then you'll be able to kind of go through and weed out the weak. Have you ever dated a guy and felt like you were a fetish? And how did you respond or handle that situation? I have actually never been in that situation. And it's funny because I think that's a great topic in the plus size community. I've heard of stories, and I've actually, on YouTube, they have videos of like these guys that are just like super into plus size women, almost to like a point where it's just like extremely unhealthy, and it's kind of like a fetish. So they'll have like plus size women, and then they want to keep them plus size, and like they'll feed them like so much food every day so that they're gaining weight and stuff like that. Is just really like, I do not condone stuff like that. Like, you guys know I'm all about body positivity and loving yourself no matter your shape or your size, but to try to continue to make someone unhealthy because that is your fetish is like so disgusting to me. I mean, I don't judge anyone, but that is just so not okay to me. I've also heard of like different websites where guys can go and like find plus size women, you know, because that's like their fetish or their fantasy. And listen, okay, whatever you do in your private time and in your bedroom, I'm not saying you, the person that asked me this question, but you know, to people that maybe this is your thing, that's none of my business, okay? But my opinion on that is my body is not your fetish, okay? That I'm just not okay with that. Like, that's really weird for me. I don't know why guys see plus size women as fetishes. Like, I've seen different videos. Like, YouTube got everything, and this stuff just be popping up on my thing. Like, I've seen videos where like guys just want like a big girl to just like sit on him, and for some reason that just like gets him off. And I think sometimes plus size women kind of get stereotyped as a fetish because of those things, and I can't speak for us all, but I don't like to be seen as a fetish because I'm not a fetish. My body is not for your satisfaction. My body is not for your pleasure, and it's not for your fetish. Like, don't look at me in that way, and definitely don't approach me in that way. I've never been in that situation, but if I was in that situation, you getting blocked. You get blocked. Period. Like, you get blocked, and I'm telling my daddy. Okay. Yeah, it's so nasty. Y'all are nasty. Like, that is just not okay. I'm gonna say this again. Plus size women are not a fetish. I am not your fetish. Please don't look at me in that way, and don't approach me in that way. How do you go about dating in general? Any tips? I had my son like 2 years ago, and I have been in a rut. Haven't really felt as if I can trust anyone, and I gained so much weight. What would you recommend or suggest? Okay, so you said you had your son about 2 years ago. You've been in a rut. Okay, so let's tackle that first. First of all, you had a baby, which is one of the most beautiful things I think a woman could do. My sister is currently pregnant, and I think that she's so beautiful. So, and it's just like one of the strongest things, you know, a woman could go through is to, you know, bring life into this world. So that's nothing to feel down about, or I think to feel in a rut about. But I have not had a child, but you know, my sister has, and I've just been around women that have. And so I think maybe the part of being in a rut I can kind of tackle for you. Sometimes when I'm in a rut and I just want to bring myself out of it, it's simply just doing things that make me feel good about myself. Whether that's, you know, going to buy a nice dress, or, you know, going in your closet and picking out a nice outfit, you putting that on, throwing on some makeup, getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your feet done, you know, those are things that, you know, typically make me feel good, and they might make you feel good, and they kind of bring me out of that rut. Also, one thing I saw in a video that someone was saying the other day that they do to kind of bring, I think it was Red Table Talk, that they kind of do to bring themselves out of, you know, when they're feeling down, is writing down like 10 things that you love about yourself. And by the 10th thing, or, you know, when you're halfway through the list, you know, you just feel better. And I really would start with doing those things, you know, doing things that make you feel good, or being around people that make you feel good about yourself, getting some laughs and hanging out with your family and friends, you know, people that you really trust and that, you know, just make you feel good. And as far as trust goes, trust is, you know, it's hard to trust people, especially when you don't know them and you're just re-entering back into dating. So I'm not even going to give you a unrealistic response and just saying, you just got to jump in and, you know, follow your heart. Like, no, okay? That's how you get your heart broke. But you have to really just take the time. When you find someone that you think you want to get to know, take the time to get to know them. I think first separate from, bringing them around your child. You need to get to know them separate from that, because you need to see, like, is this someone that I can have around my child? Is this someone that I think could be a potential father, a potential stepfather, or, just a big influence in my child's life? If you don't feel like that person is that, then, he has to go. Because anyone, that cannot be a father figure, or that you think, is at that standard, just cannot be around your child, because your child comes first. But in general, I would say, when you're just getting out there and starting to date again, I would stay off of the dating apps. I mean, I don't do dating apps, but I would stay off of those because, I've just heard different stories about that, and a lot of guys on there are looking for one thing, and I just don't think that that's what you need. So what I would recommend is put on your cutest outfit, get your hair done, makeup on, nails done, and literally gather your friends and just go out. Start going out on the weekends. If you can find a babysitter, or, just when you can, just start going out. Go out to lunch. Go out to Starbucks. Take a walk in the park. Go sit on Wall Street, okay? Go out to, like, lounges, to clubs. Go out to places where, people are, and the type of people that you want to meet. Go to the grocery store on a Friday or a Saturday night. That's when all the single men go and they do their grocery shopping, okay? I'm so done for this. Go to the grocery store. And go to the grocery store looking cute. Don't go how you normally go to the grocery store in the sweatpants and stuff. Go to the grocery store with a purpose. Go to the gym. Oh, the gym, that serves a dual purpose. You can start working out, if you want to shed the weight that you gained after having your son. If not, that's perfectly fine. But if you do, go to the gym, start working out, guys, hang out at the gym. Who knows? You might meet someone. Get some cute gym clothes. Okay, don't go to the gym raggedy. Get some cute gym clothes. But don't go with, like, makeup on, because then it looks like you're going for that. It looks like you're trying too hard. But go, like, with the, like, slick ponytail, nice fresh face, moisturize, put on some clear lip gloss, maybe a little mascara, I don't know, maybe a little brow gel, just a little bit, and go to the gym, look cute, get on the treadmill, get on the elliptical, okay? And, you never know who you might meet. I think it's just going out and trying to look presentable, looking cute, wearing confidence, putting that on before you leave the house, and you'll definitely get noticed. And when it's the right time for you to meet someone, you will. I'm not huge on, like, women going out and, like, searching, and and maybe that's just me, because, like, my parents are real, like, old school, so that's how they've always taught me, is that if a man wants you, then he will pursue you. So and I'm really big on just, like, waiting on God, literally praying for what you want and waiting on God to send you the man that is for you, and not only for you, but that is also for your son, because y'all have to gel, and you have to be a family. So definitely pray about it. Really meditate and pray about it. Make a list of what you really want in a man. Don't compromise for anything. I mean, you can compromise on some things, maybe just on, like, small things, like, if you're on your list and say, he has to drive a Mercedes, but he drives a Honda, you can't compromise on things like that. But on the big things, never compromise, and definitely just pray and wait. Okay, next question. Hi, Chrissy B. Hey, girl. How would you deal with dating someone that you have a great time with, but in public appears to be embarrassed to be with a plus size person? Or have you had to deal with a person saying you have a pretty face? Okay, I have had people say, like, you have a pretty face, or you're pretty for a big girl. It wasn't guys, though. It's other females, because females are catty, and they be intimidated by someone that they think is bomb. And they are intimidated by plus-size girls because they know that we got it, and they man be looking at us, but that's a whole nother situation. Okay, so, how would I respond to someone? Okay, you said you have someone that you know you enjoy being with, but you feel like they're embarrassed when they're out because you're plus size. Oh, he has to go. Bye. Bye. Okay, you can enjoy his company, and that's all great and stuff. He's funny, makes you laugh, whatever. But he's embarrassed to be seen out with you. Meaning, he will be embarrassed to introduce you to his family. He will be embarrassed to take you around his friends. He will be embarrassed to take you to a work function. Or just to go out to dinner. Or, you know, do the simple things. Oh, no. He has to go. You have to break up with him right now. Because if he's embarrassed to be seen with you in public, then he doesn't love you for who you are. He does not accept you for who you are. Listen, the man that is for you and accepts you for who you are, I know I said this a million times in this video, if he accepts you for who you are, he's going to accept you for what you look like and for your body, and he is going to just parade you around town like you are the greatest thing and that he won, like, you know, like you're a trophy. It literally is not worth it to be with someone that views you as anything less than that. I have never personally been in a situation where the person I was with was embarrassed to be seen with me. But if I was, you know, I would just honestly be like, there are other people out here that will gladly be with you. You do not have to sit at home with this dude on the couch or whatever, having, you know, low-key dinners, going through the drive-thru with the cars and the windows up as the windows are tinted. Like, no, you don't have to put up with that at all. He has to go. Let him go, sis, and move on. Don't even mourn that relationship. I mean, I can't tell you how to feel, but let him go. Move on and find you somebody that is not ashamed to have you on his arm. You will be so much more happier. You will feel so much more beautiful and just so much more secure in your relationship. And that's what you deserve. You don't deserve to have anybody hide you. I don't care how skinny you are or how big you are. You don't deserve to be hidden because you're absolutely beautiful and you deserve to be with someone that makes you feel beautiful and that wants to show you off. You know, that's just what I believe. Okay, you guys, I think I have time for one more question. Okay, so what's some of the activities you enjoy taking part in during your off time? What types of environments and vibes do you like to be around? Oh, why? You want to date me? Who is it? Can't see, but okay. During my off time, I really love to be around my family and my friends, like the people that I trust. I love to have fun. I love to laugh. Like, I love to just laugh and act silly. I don't care if we're in public. I don't care if we're at home. I just love to have fun and just let my hair down and just laugh all my stress away. One thing I love to do with my friends, though, first of all, let's start with the obvious. I love to shop. You know, if you want to take me to the mall, if you want to take me shopping, then let's go. Like, I live to shop. Like, that is the number one thing. It is a stress reliever for me, and it is just great. Also, I'm a lady who brunches. I love to brunch. I live for brunch. Like, yes, like chicken and waffles. Well, I don't eat chicken anymore, but, you know, avocado toast and some hash browns and some mimosas. What? You get to drink in the morning and it's okay. You get lit in the morning. I love brunch. I live for brunch. I love to try different restaurants and stuff. That's something that me and my friends do. It's really fun. I love to go to Target. But into more things, more environments. I like to try new things. I like to go places that maybe I haven't been or I just haven't gone in a long time. I love to travel. I like to take long walks on the beach. A museum, art exhibits, things like that, you know, just walking around in a place that has a really cool vibe or, you know, just has, you know, is really beautiful at night or just has really cool stuff around it. I love to be in places like that. But my biggest thing is I like to be in a space that has of just a really nice vibe, like cool people around, cool decor, you know, art, something like that. I really love that, and that's really fun to me. And you know, I'd love to be in a place where I can get a good drink. You know, I sound like an alcoholic. My mom is like cringing right now if she's watching this. Yeah, like a nice, you know, glass of wine, some good music, you know, some good food, something like that. And just to be around people that genuinely love me and, you know, want to have fun. And, you know, but one place I do not like to be, I do not like clubs. I'm just not a club girl. One, because I have, you know, anxiety being in a lot of large crowds like that. And I just don't like it, being pushed around, being hot and sweaty. I'm sweating my hair off. I'm sweating my makeup off. I don't like that. But like things like concerts and stuff, I can definitely do. But a club, no, I can't. Please don't invite me to your club because I'm not coming. Okay, guys, so that is the end of this video. It is going to actually be a 2-part video because I have so many good questions and I want to thoroughly answer them all. I hope you guys were satisfied with my responses, and I hope that you guys learned something and that I was able to help. If you guys did, I do this with my hands a lot. Wow. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below on what you think, or if you have any other questions, let me know. Let's talk. You know, I talk back in the comments. Let's have a conversation. If you have not yet subscribed, yes, you, go ahead, click that subscribe button. Also click the notification bell so you are notified whenever I upload. Thank you guys again so much for the support. It means so much to me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.